recently read a story about a woman named Ling Murray and her 2-year-old daughter named Callie Ann. It was December 1st, 2010 when Ling and Callie Ann were walking home from a playdate at a local park. As the two reached an intersection and began to cross hand in hand, a young teenage driver who was texting on her cell phone barreled down the street. Now with all of her attention on the road, or on her phone instead of the road, the driver struck Callie and Ling with her car. Callie was killed and Ling was left critically injured. Just think of that. A 2-year-old little girl's life is taken and a mother in critical condition with the loss of her daughter. Now knowing the whole situation could have been prevented with one simple change. Texting while driving is an extremely dangerous act and is a growing problem. Today I will let you know the dangers of texting while driving, ways we can prevent it, and the importance of not being distracted while driving. Owning a cell phone can have its advantages and disadvantages. According to an article on texting and DrivingSafety.com, in the United States, 82% of Americans from ages 16 to 17 own cell phones. 34% have admitted to texting while driving, and 52% have admitted to talking on the phone while driving. It is known that cell phones are a very important and key device to mostly anyone nowadays, especially in the United States. Cell phones are used to get in fast contact with people by texting, calling, FaceTime, email, Snapchat, etc. Cell phones are used for jobs, GPS, social networking like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They are used for many important tasks that we use in everyday life. Having cell phones is a very important source to have, but with that being said, needs to be monitored and some restrictions should be made. For example, while driving or behind the wheel of a moving motor vehicle, you should not be paying attention to your phone before paying attention to the road ahead of you. Let's put this in a scenario for you. So let's say that you are driving on an expressway and you're going 55 miles per hour. You get a text message from your friend and you decide to look at it. 5 seconds is the minimal amount of time your attention is away from the road when driving. And if you're driving 55 miles per hour, this is like driving the length of a football field blindfolded. Now, if in this 5 seconds of not paying attention to the road, a car in front of you hits their brakes and comes to an immediate stop. Your reaction time is not going to have enough ahead of time realization to react and stop in time. Then the next thing you know, you have slammed into the car in front of you, causing them to jerk forward as well as for you to jerk forward and the airbags to deploy. Now you're probably really regretting taking that time to check your phone. Now your car is completely messed up, as well as the guys in front of you that you now have to pay for. The expenses that could be for the damage to your car or someone else's vehicle doesn't even compare to the expense that you could cause to yourself or your family. I know all of us have seen the TV commercials from AT&T about texting and driving promoting It Can Wait. In these commercials, they're explaining stories of real people whose lives have been affected by texting and driving accidents. There is one about a Marine who was texting his mom while she was at work like he always did. T was the unfinished text he was typing on his phone when he ran off the road and died from a massive skull fracture. In the end of the commercial, it says no text is worth dying, which is completely true. Texting while driving can not only hurt you, but can hurt the people around you as well. Texting while behind the wheel is a distraction and can put your safety and other safeties in danger. But it may not always be you to cause the danger, you could be the victim. And that's the tricky part about it all. Referring back to the scenario I gave you earlier, what if you were the car in front of the texting driver? You were doing nothing but obeying the law and not being distracted, when all of a sudden some guy who is on his phone comes speeding up behind you and rear-ends you, causing you to jerk forward and whip your neck. Now you're in pain and your car is destroyed because of someone else's stupidity of not wanting to keep all of their attention on one thing they should be paying attention to when driving the road. These accidents can be prevented. How can we fix the problem or even prevent it from happening? Well, that is mostly on the people of the U.S. It is known that out of our 50 states, 44 of them have bans on text messaging for all drivers, and 14 states prohibit all drivers from using handheld devices while driving as a primary law. A primary law means that an officer can ticket the driver for the offense without any other traffic violation taking place, while a secondary law means an officer can only issue a ticket if the driver has already been pulled over for another violation, like speeding. So this is showing that the states are trying to take control over the situation and have people realize the problems they're actually causing and that they need to face consequences for them. But all in all, it is us who are the ones who can prevent the accidents. Also, some helpful but more costly ways to prevent texting while driving or even being distracted by a handheld device. That is the newest updates they have on cars nowadays. Me personally, I have a 2013 Sentra and has the voice recognition installed into the car itself. With my cell phone being hooked up to Bluetooth, I can just press a button on my steering wheel and tell my car what I want my phone to do. It will play music, call who I want, read my messages to me, and allow me to tell it what I want it to send as the message and who to send it to. The technology is evolving to do everything you want it to do, hands-free, without ever taking your eyes off the road at all. Trust me, it comes in handy and it's very helpful if you are absolutely in need to use your phone while driving. The safety of ourselves and the people around us is important, and texting while driving can put that safety in danger. How would you feel if you were the one to cause someone's pain or possibly someone's death? How would you feel if you were the teenage girl carelessly texting while driving who was responsible for the death of a 2-year-old Callie and put her mom in critical condition? Texting while driving is completely dangerous and can cause serious damage to you or the people around you. I persuade all of you to obey the primary laws that are given to not be on your phone or any handheld device while driving, or to be able to get hands-free device that will allow you to do all the tasks you would need to complete just through talking to it or by pressing one button on your car. Our safety is key. Thank you.